Please like this video and subscribe to the channel.
The recent incessant media coverage about who is or who is not anti-Semitic, what a person can say or can do within the bounds of free speech that will or will not be considered anti-Semitic, has me wondering whether we've all just been subjected to a spell or a ritual. After all, many people have commented over the years on the fact that the mainstream media is primarily owned by people who are called Jews, by the fact that the entertainment industry, particularly for rap and hip hop, are run by people who are so-called Jews, and they've never been met with the intense media scrutiny that we've seen recently with regard to Kanye and Kyrie Irving. Now, when it was just restricted to Kanye, although I was well aware that he had spoken many truths about the relationship between the so-called Jews and Black people, I just wasn't willing to spend my emotional, spiritual, any kind of capital in support of him, because he's all over the place. And that really can't be denied. From wearing White Lives Matter t-shirts, to telling us slavery is an option, to telling us that he sold his soul.
I sold my soul to the devil. I know it's a crappy deal. It came with a few toys like a Happy Meal.
I mean, it's really all too much. He made his fortune with the corporations, and then he lost it in just a few days with those same corporations. Dame Dash explained it better than I ever could. Take a listen.
You know, the thing is, he has a whole lot of money because he talks and works with corporate. But look how it triggers him.
And I question what his motives were in bringing that to us and expecting us to jump on the bandwagon to support him. It's something I simply wasn't going to do. For those who support him, fine. I'm always live and let live. I don't have a problem with it. And for those of us who are like, here's a distraction and we're not going to do it, then obviously I'm fine with that too, as that was my viewpoint. However, when the situation got expanded to include Kyrie Irving, I began to pay a bit more attention. I stopped scrolling by and started listening and doing research and reading and trying to figure out what exactly is going on. Because this is the same Kyrie Irving who sat out of games, home games for the Nets last year because he refused to take the vax and he wasn't in compliance with the mandate in New York City. And we saw him as an upstanding, honest, free-thinking individual whom we could get behind and support. Okay, I'm out of time now, so like and share for part 2. What I will say is that more than anything else, Black Americans have just been subjected to a ritual intended to make us believe that we have no right to question the storyline about who we are, where we come from, and that if we do so, there are going to be some very significant and negative consequences. And they played this out with 2 celebrities, Kanye West and Kyrie Irving. And as always, in this idol-worshiping, celebrity wannabe culture, those lessons will trickle down and be embedded in the subconscious of the rest of us regular folks. And I call foul. I say that it is unreasonable to equate Black Americans' investigation of who they are, their rejection of the storyline about who they are, with anti-Semitism. If doing that raises issues of anti-Semitism, then Semitism, whatever that is, in and of itself is a problem. Because we all know that Black Americans are certainly something more than we've been told. We have people on YouTube telling us that we're indigenous Americans, that we were here before the Europeans came. We have people on TikTok who have made whole pages telling us the same thing. It is all around us. And we have the so-called modern day Jews and the Europeans trying to force us not to consider who we are and holding us down in America for centuries. You don't do that to people who are nothing, to people who are insignificant. Okay? So I say, one of the ways you prevent a spell from taking effect is by realizing it and rejecting it and proclaiming your sovereignty, your divinity, and your right to think what you wish, to act as you wish, and to investigate and consider what you wish. And I just recommend we reject all of this and we do that. I still stand by Kyrie Irving, even though he apologized and deleted the tweet. And I suggested those who are in his corner continue to be so. Kanye, do whatever you want. But at the end of the day, do not let those who control the media and banking and entertainment and whatever else prevent you as a Black American from investigating and considering who you really are. Those are my thoughts. What do you think?